One of the elements that I really like in photography, and to be honest, not just me, many people like in photography, is the natural contrast. By natural contrast, of course, I mean, just me, a contrast which is not applied in post-production, but it's just contrast that is naturally provided by the scene with areas of, dark and light. It's not so much because of the light helps with the colors in bringing the colors out, but it's not just that. It's also that the light and the natural contrast mean that there is more like a 3D element in the pictures, because there is more depth to the picture. So they instantaneously become more interesting. It's like like a 3D. There's more. The space to get into the picture is like it's calling the viewer into the picture, and I love that. But today it is quite difficult to do it here. So because the Tate Modern is not too far from here, we're probably going to go to the Tate Modern and see if we can find some interesting shots inside of the Tate Modern. The more I shoot, the more I become convinced that the one thing, the one rule that you can trust is that you can never know. You can really never know when you're about to take great pictures. And I don't speak, I'm not saying because I think I got great pictures today. Probably not. But it's just the sheer amount of possibilities everywhere. If one looks properly, outward and inward, outside and inside, there's plenty of possibilities, and that doesn't just go for photography, it goes for opportunities in life. Approaching it with the right mind frame and with the right spirit, I think. But now, before I turn into a guru, let's keep walking towards the Tate Modern. And the light is coming out. There's some blue in the sky now. I'm loving this. And you can never be sure that the sun isn't going to come out, even if the forecast said that it isn't going to come out. This is what happened today. Today it was supposed to be cloudy all day, but I took the camera anyway, and well, I'm always trying to bring the camera with me, and I think that I am managing that up to 85% of the time. So I'm almost at the Tate Modern, but to be honest now, I'm not sure there's any sense in going to the Tate Modern because the sun is out, the light is beautiful, there's a great vibe outside, so maybe we're going to save the Tate Modern for a day in which it stays dark and gloomy. So today I truly had no idea that I would end up in Bankside, just on the river banks. And I'm not saying this, to say do like me, do what I do. It wasn't my decision at all. It all happened. I had sort of a plan B, which was going to the Tate Modern, but it's amazing this not knowing, and it's amazing this. I was carried here by an excitement. A sense of excitement which was inside, a sense of discovery. So that must be good. So that sense, to have that excitement in your body has to be good. Not just for good photography, but for anything in life. And if there's one thing that I want to communicate through, this video, but in general through my channel, is to stay with this sense of excitement. And if you don't have it, look for it. Try and find it. Try and look inwards and see what excites you, because that's where it all starts, I think. I really hope that you enjoyed, my walk that I did the other day. This was Friday morning, as much as I did. I really enjoyed it. It was one of the times that I have enjoyed the most while out on a shoot. Just because, again, I really don't want to get into those platitudes. Is that the word? When something is really obvious and everybody knows it, so it shouldn't really be said, but I'm saying it so many times. But I really had this sense that it is true. Life is endless. The possibilities are endless. I really felt carried by something that I was really enjoying. When the sun came out, it really felt like a gift. It felt like, I was being given a gift because I was really not expecting it. So there was this feeling of gratefulness, gratitude. I felt really grateful, for the rest of the day, really, even when the sun went out again, because eventually it went out again. It only stayed out like for an hour, but it was nice that in that window of opportunity, that hour, I was ready to capture that. So it felt like a very positive morning for me. I'm happy to see that some of the pictures have a nice, at the beginning of the video I was talking about the natural contrast. When the sun came out, the colors did come out. I really like these pictures here. And actually I don't like whether I prefer the landscape orientation or the portrait orientation. And indeed, I don't know if I prefer the version with no boat in it, or indeed the version with a boat in it. It doesn't matter, because we should test assumptions. We should challenge our own assumptions, the assumptions that we ourselves make on ourselves. Don't trust your mind, and don't trust that whatever you think will happen, because in many, many cases it doesn't happen like that. So that's one thing. But also assumptions in the sense of the conclusions that as photographers we place on ourselves. Say, I am a photographer who likes to shoot scenes rather than people, who likes how light and shadow play and how light hits the surfaces, and I stay within a focal range that goes between 35 and 50. All these definitions, all these characterizations of ourselves are something that we decide, and then when we don't feel like re-experiencing life in the moment, we use those as hooks. And there is a time and a place for those, and it's great to use them. It's great to be able to identify yourself when you have to, quickly explain what you like as a photographer or anything else in life. But they are a trap. All these characterizations are a trap, because they restrict your potential sometimes. They restrict your progress and the way that you're going to develop yourself, and the way that you're going to change your style. So I do want to test these assumptions. It's good to be able to keep testing them, and it's good to be able to make sure that whatever limitations we give ourselves, they come from a place of excitement and from a place of experimentation, rather than fear, rather than, now I'm referring again to the dichotomy, shooting scenes, places, or shooting people. I am really trying to understand whether my decisions to shoot scenes rather than people stems from an aesthetical one, from a visual one, or from fear or confrontation, which is something that we touched upon in the other video as well. I could actually try something completely different, where I further challenge my assumptions and I throw myself somewhere like in Soho or in Chinatown, central London, among people, and try and capture some scenes of people, some trying to capture something that happens among people in the moment. And for that, I think that I will be using 28 pictures like these ones. I really went close, much closer than I ever did, I think. And it felt challenging in a way, but I was there. You know, I was breathing. I was there, and I was ready to talk to those people if they had said something. In fact, I was smiling all the way through. Probably a smile is a good one. But anyway, I think I will try this in one of the next videos. Thanks for staying with me until the end, if you did. And thanks for following me in this adventure. I'm really excited about the future of this channel and the future of my photography. And I hope that you're having a great day, and I hope that you enjoy your photography. And let me know in the comments if you feel like what kind of photography you shoot, what kind of photography you like, and what excites you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.